Take a look at these two dots. They are clearly not the same color. But on a scale of darkness to lightness, which one of these two do you think is darker? A way we can determine that is to remove all the tone and just be left with the level. So check this out. Are you surprised with how much darker the red one is once we take the color away than the green one? Let's put the color back. The reason this happens is because cool colors absorb light and appear darker to the naked eye, and warm colors reflect light and appear lighter. To determine warm and cool colors, we refer to our color wheel. I got one up here, I'll put one right here. Colors containing blue, from blue-green to blue-violet, are all cool. Blue is that color that absorbs the light, and then colors on the warm side of the color wheel, yellow to red, from red-violet all the way to yellow-green. Those ones are going to reflect light and appear lighter than their cooler counterparts. So how does this translate to hair color? If you're trying to go darker ash or even a lighter ash, they're always going to appear darker than their warm counterparts. So on a scale of 1 to 10, a medium ash brown is always going to appear darker than a medium warm brown. Something to keep in mind. It's one of the physical factors that affects our decision making as professional colorists. We often need to determine whether or not we want to err on the side of too dark or err on the side of too light. I typically like to err on the side of too light because I can always go darker. If I go too dark, really the best plan is to wait it out until it fades. Back to these dots though. If I remove the color again, we can see clearly how much darker the red one is than the green one. But what would happen if I lightened the red all the way until it was about the same color as the green one? So now we can see that in black and white, they're pretty close. They're a lot closer than they were. Now watch what happens when I bring the color back. Look how much lighter the red looks compared to the green. And if these were hair color, they would basically be the same box. They would be both, let's call them both a medium brown, but one represents a cool medium brown and one represents a warm medium brown. That warm medium brown looks so much lighter than that cool medium brown. That means if we're going for a cool medium brown, we might want to go for a cool light brown in order to ensure that it doesn't look too dark. And if we're going for a warm medium brown, we might want to go for a warm dark brown to make sure it doesn't look too light. There are other factors involved. It's just one of the pieces a professional has to consider when formulating permanent color.